Humans have always wanted to escape their own heads, to feel different, to see beyond the ordinary. Long before pharmacies, we chased the altered mind. Every culture on Earth found its own way: a plant, a brew, a smoke, a trance. So when did the first high begin? The answer is older than farming, older than writing. This is the story of the first drug. Start in a desert in what is now Utah. Beside an ancient fire, archaeologists found tiny seeds. They were seeds of wild tobacco, and they are 12,300 years old. This is the oldest known use of a mind-altering plant. Ice Age hunters may have chewed it by the fire, 9,000 years before the first pipes. The urge to alter the mind is that ancient. But tobacco was only the beginning, because our ancestors also learned to brew. Travel to a cave in the hills of Israel. In stone mortars, scientists found ancient beer. It was 13,000 years old, the oldest beer ever discovered. The brewers were the Natufians, still hunter-gatherers. They had no farms, no fields of grain. They gathered wild cereals and let them ferment. The beer was thick, like a boozy gruel, and they drank it at feasts for the dead. The beer was weak, but that was not the point. Sharing the cup bound the living together, which leads to one wild, serious idea. Maybe beer, not bread, gave us farming. Think about it. Grain is hard to gather. Why bother planting whole fields of it? One answer: to make sure you never ran out of beer. Feasts with drink pulled people together. Drink loosened strangers into working as one. At the first temples, beer may have paid the workers. The buzz might have helped build civilization itself. Farming for beer. It sounds like a joke, but serious scholars have argued it for decades. Whatever the truth, drink changed us forever. But humans wanted more than a warm buzz. Some plants promised to open a door to visions, to the spirit world. The most famous was the opium poppy. In Neolithic Europe, people grew it on purpose. Its use goes back around 7,000 years. In one grave in Spain, the clue was chilling. Bits of poppy were found in a dead man's teeth. The poppy calmed pain and carried dreams. It was medicine, comfort, and escape at once. For many, these plants were sacred, not fun. They were a way to speak with the gods. The shaman would take the plant and travel. Their visions guided the whole tribe. But the same plants could poison and kill. The right dose was hard-won, sacred knowledge. But sacred power can be captured and controlled. High in the mountains of Peru stood a temple. It is around 2,800 years old. Its walls twist with carved, fanged gods. Here, priests used powerful hallucinogenic snuff. They inhaled vilca and wild tobacco too. The temple was built to overwhelm the senses. Roaring conch horns, dizzying carved mazes. Inside the trance, the gods felt terrifyingly real, but only the leaders were allowed to take it. The high became a tool of pure power. Control the vision, and you control the people. Drugs were never only about pleasure. They meant medicine, faith, status, and control. Now travel east, to the roof of the world, to a windswept cemetery called Jirzankal. There, mourners burned cannabis in wooden braziers, around 2,500 years ago. And this cannabis was unusually strong. Most wild cannabis then was weak and mild, but this strain was rich in the high-making compound. They may have sought out the strongest plants. They breathed the smoke beside the graves, getting high to sit with their dead. Music played as the smoke filled the air. Grief, music, and smoke woven together. Nomad warriors, the Scythians, loved this smoke. They sat in tents thick with cannabis fumes. Not every drug, though, was for visions. Some were simply the daily pick-me-up. In Southeast Asia, people chewed the betel nut. We have direct proof from 4,000 years ago. Scientists found its traces inside ancient teeth. It gave a mild, warm, alert little buzz. It stained their mouths a deep, bright red. It was their coffee, their cigarette, their habit. On one Spanish island, the proof was in a body. Ancient human hair held traces of several drugs. 3,000 years later, the chemistry remained. All over the world, the same pattern appears. Wherever humans lived, they found a way to alter the mind. Tobacco, beer, poppy, cannabis, cactus, nut. The same deep urge answered 1,000 different ways. So why are our brains built for this? Deep inside sits an ancient reward system. It rewards food, safety, and each other. These plants hijack that same reward. They flood us with feelings we did not earn. That is the gift and the trap. Comfort and vision on one side, dependence and ruin on the other. Ancient people saw both faces clearly. That is why they wrapped drugs in strict ritual. Rules, priests, sacred times and places. Ritual was the guardrail around the high. When the ritual broke, the danger grew. Addiction is not a modern invention either. Ancient healers already warned of the craving. That balance still challenges us today. The story of drugs is the story of us, curious, suffering, seeking meaning and relief. The first drug was not really invented. It was discovered again and again. A hunter chewing a leaf by an ice age fire, a shaman breathing smoke to meet the gods, a mourner getting high to hold on to the dead, all reaching for something just beyond reach, to feel more, to hurt less, to touch the sacred. That longing built temples and toppled lives. It is one of the most human things we do. From a desert fire to the whole modern world, the same spark still burning in us. 12,000 years, and the search goes on. That is the story of the first drug, an old hunger to feel something more, older than farms, temples, and kings, and still with us, for better and worse. Utah, Raqefet, Chavín, Jirzankal, strangers across 12,000 years, all reaching for the same strange door. So before you go, a small favor. If you enjoyed this journey, leave a like and subscribe for a new story every week. One question, and we really want your answer. Did we invent farming for bread or for beer? Tell us in the comments. We read everyone.